All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to an exciting episode of your favorite show, the Bias Football Takes podcast. I remain your loyal, even in the face of disappointment, and resolute because I know that next season will be better. Arsenal fan, Obina. And yeah, we have the usual suspects in the house. Sheung, say what's up.
Oh, my phone is messing up. Why? Why? Okay.
We can't hear what you're
You
playing.
cannot hear?
Nah,
Can
not
It's
you hear
really.
not
now?
very. It,
Can you hear now? Can you
It's
hear
it's
very
now?
faint.
you're, it's faint, and whatever weapon you're trying to fashion, it's not going to
Wow.
prosper. Exactly.
Can you hear now? It's better now.
Even if it's good, I won't even tell you the truth.
It's very faint. It's very faint.
Ah, you are very lucky. Anyways, vous allez voir. Comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci. We are in Paris. Comment ça va? Comment ça va? Je m'appelle Oluwaseun Insala.
Good.
I'm supposed to introduce myself in full. I'm supposed to put all the French I learnt in primary school and secondary school to use. But now it's just. Anyway, well, I'm your resident happy host sitting in Europe. Um, well, it's going to be a nice episode today. I'm going to be on, let's just start. We have another resident Arsenal fan in the house, Olufemi. Even though he has been running away from us, but they finally dragged him in.
No, bro. I'm not running away, man.
We don't run away.
I,
We
I
don't
just
run
be
away.
busy sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but whenever I have the chance, yeah, man, win, lose, draw. I'm always ready to
Mm,
speak about Arsenal, man. You already know.
mm.
I don't
Okay.
run.
Quickly, because we have a lot of things to talk about today, because we missed 2 weeks. On a serious note, we missed 2 weeks. We've had different developments personally for missing the 2 weeks. One of our very own person got married. Olufemi's brother got married. He's been on this podcast many times, or I think 2 or 3 times. He's a United fan. He got married 2 weeks ago. Then Sam celebrated his 33rd birthday. Sam, Liverpool fan. So it's been a busy week. Personally, we had like good news and bad news. I will discuss the bad news at the end of the show. I don't want to dampen the mood. So let's start. Obina, are you still? Obina is doing Uber. I don't know. I don't know
What
if
do you
his
mean?
company is not paying him enough.
What do
He's
you
in
mean by
Uber.
that?
He's about to drive. So
No, I can talk. I can talk,
no,
but I
no
need to drop at
problem.
the
We'll
start
allow
of
you
the
talk.
hour.
At least you're not in jail. You're not making phone call from jail. So thank God for your life. But yeah,
You have jokes today, I can see.
yes. I'm gonna be on bullshit today. So if you're an Arsenal fan, if you're a United fan, if you're a Madrid fan, if you're an Inter Milan fan, Barcelona fan, you have to rejoice about life. But before we go into football matters, my song of the week has to be there still. And the part I like the most about the song by Davido is Mosuleko Mojini Paris. He slept in Lagos and woke up in Paris.
Yeah, this guy is killing.
Mosuleko Mojini Paris. And in the
Yo.
same vein, we had a new pope, the first American pope,
Oh, he's
or the
American?
first, yeah, he's
Yeah,
American,
he's
with
American from
with
Chicago.
a for Chicago, schooled in I think Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
and yeah,
Villanova,
Villanova Uni,
Philly, just outside Philly.
and yeah, and he
Which
moved
side
to
itself?
so they have like a group of what do you call them, Ubina?
Conclave.
Conclave, yeah, the conclave that consists of um what do you call them again? I forgot what they call them.
So they
So
go pray, Abi. You know,
I mean, nobody knows the inner workings, but
No, you need to
the
watch the show. Watch the show Conclave.
conclave, yeah, it's on
oh,
There's a
Netflix.
show called
But they didn't pay us, so they
Conclave.
didn't pay us for advertisement too. But anyway, so first, and I think he's a Peruvian. He naturalized to be a Peruvian, so he's based in
No,
Peru.
he went to Peru for missionary work.
Oh, so he didn't naturalize.
I don't know about that. I just know that he was there for an extended period doing missionary work and trying to, convert people and spread the message of Christ in the way of the Catholic Church. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Anyway, so we are
Oh, and he
religious, we are
studied
Christians.
mathematics as well. So.
Yeah, he's a mathematician. Apparently, the second pope that has proficient in mathematics. The first one was in 1900s, and he said because he knew mathematics so much that they thought he was possessed by the devil. Yeah, he was
Wow.
a mathematics professor. Anyway, it was a good week, a new pope, and so I have some stats here. They said every time a pope dies, an English team wins Champions League. He reached some people turn. The professor no work. They said the pope. They say an English team wins Champions League. And they were so sure of winning it. So we thank God. But yeah, that's our week. It's so painful that I cannot play. I have like videos I wanted to play, audios I wanted to play, but let me see. Can you hear this?
An English team has won the Champions League. Pope John Paul passed away in 1978. Nottingham Forest won the Champions League. Pope John Paul I passed away in 2005. Yeah. Liverpool won the Champions League. Pope Benedict the 15th or 16th, passed away in 2022. Manchester City won the Champions League. And unfortunately, sadly, Pope Francis has passed away on Monday gone.
2025.
Your team left him Arsenal.
Yeah. So they said that, and
I want to know what I would do if I win. I guess we'll never know.
First of all, actually, I don't endorse that. No. You can't be playing that guy's audio where I am.
no
Please, I'm
problem
sorry.
now. I've
No,
already
no,
played
no,
this
no.
already in the air, so you cannot go
No,
and gather it back.
you
There's
can't do
another
that.
one.
Though. I don't. Let it be known. I don't endorse that. I did not sign up for that. Please. Okay, go on.
It's okay. I have another video. I have another audio. Hold on.
My latest task. I'm a Nobel Prize winning data scientist. I've worked on some of the most complex projects imaginable. But my latest task is the hardest yet, finding one instance on Twitter where Arsenal fans haven't had an excuse for losing a game. We play too many games, we don't play enough games, the ref supports the opposition or a team we're playing next Saturday. Gary Neville hates us, Rio Ferdinand hates us, we hate us. I'm using the most powerful computer in Europe, pulling up 1 million Arsenal tweets per second, filtering them into two categories. We were robbed, and fair enough, we were outplayed. I'm yet to see any example of the latter. The Piccadilly line was down, so the atmosphere couldn't lift the team. They spied on our set-piece coach. Our players are preoccupied with having children. The ball was too light. The ball was too heavy. Arteta's training music is putting players off. The bid for Ollie Watkins has unsettled the players. How long have we been doing this? About 2 minutes. So, I've decided to broaden my search to the last 30 years. I expect Arsenal fans were a bit more rational in the 90s and 2000s. The pitch at the JJB Stadium was poor. Arsene Wenger's coat takes too long to zip up and he misses key moments. Dennis Bergkamp's train journey was too long. The board won't back Bruce Rioch. We need to go further back. The Cuban Missile Crisis put us off. Rationing has weakened the squad. Goalkeeper has rickets. Unfortunately, even with the greatest technology available, it simply isn't possible. Okay, we done here?
We're back. Anyway, let's start the show. Yes, it's been a week of. Where do you want to start from? Do you want to start from Champions League, or do you want to start from other events? Oh, before I even start, a lot of people have reached out to me. Obina, they're complaining about your audio. I don't know what you can do, but you have to literally. I think you have to start texting one after the other and apologize, because I've tried.
No, I'm sure they'll hear me very well this week. I'm sure they'll hear it very well.
Your voice has to be clear because today. People texted me that we have to record. Like if it's gonna take me or take them to come and drag me out of my house to the studio to record and grab Obina, that's what they said though. So
So
I
many
have
people
delivered.
hate me and Arsenal this much.
No, they are fans of our
I know,
podcast.
I
Our
know.
podcast
Of
has
course,
become
I
really
know, I know.
very
I
huge,
yeah.
and they need our take on recent event developments in world
Okay.
football.
All right. Let's dive right into it. Let's dive right into it. What is your
Okay,
first
wait.
event?
I don't want us to dive into it because once we start, we will take the whole time. So let's just rush through one or two things that happen because if
That's what
football
I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah, yeah. Of
doesn't
course,
around Arsenal alone.
of course.
So I want to start from Eze. I think Eze this season has shown his class, and I think he's the best player among the rest. Do you have anything against that?
I don't know about best among the rest because there are many other good players, but he certainly has stood out this season. When you say best among the rest, I mean I'm thinking of players from teams outside the top six. Is let's see,
Yeah,
Semenyo
in
is
terms
up
of
there.
players that stood out amongst the rest. When you say amongst the rest, what do you mean amongst the rest? Because amongst the rest means
So
a lot of things.
I'm sure she probably
yes,
means outside top six, right?
Yeah.
outside top six and also outside the usual names that we mention
By
around
the way,
football.
so we need to be clear. Top six, United is not there. So they are 15th or something like that. So do we include United players in the analysis or no?
I said outside the regular names that we mentioned. So it's
United
two things.
is not regular
Hold
though.
on now.
Okay, I just want to make
Outside the
sure.
two things, outside like top six and outside the regular names that we mentioned.
What do you
Okay.
mean by regular names?
Because the I wanted to mention like Rogers, you know. So that's why I was
Morgan
like,
Rogers, yeah,
yeah.
he's good
That's
there
why I
too.
was
He's up
like,
there too.
what do you mean amongst the rest? You know,
He's
because
up there too.
if you're gonna use that parameter, then he won't be categorized like amongst the rest. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah,
All I'm
Morgan is there.
all I'm saying is I don't know
Yeah.
about
I think he
I
stood
would say
out
he's the
this season more
best.
than Easy.
Yeah, he has stood
Huh?
out exactly.
Yeah, more
I'll
than
just say
Easy.
Izzy has stood out. I think we can just say keep it at that and talk about Izzy. I don't think we need to, let's not get into comparisons of where he is in outside. Like he has been a top player this season, and then we can
Yeah.
go on from there. Yeah.
Okay, I agree with that. And I think he should play one more season with Crystal Palace and decide what he wants to do from there. He
But
shouldn't
why? Why
leave
does he need
yet.
to play one more season?
So the thing is, I don't want him to fall into that hole of joining a big team and the big team swallows him up.
I mean, but
So he has to be
he's
careful.
been in the Premier League for years now. He's not a
He,
newcomer in the Premier League. Oh.
I mean, I know, but it's like finally coming to like for like last season he had a good season last season too,
Yeah.
but
He's been in the Premier League for
I'm
like 3-4 seasons or so. I don't even know. Maybe 4
yeah.
5 seasons. I don't even know.
So I agree with you, like, but I think he needs to go to a team where there's demand for him, and he needs to like spend next year deciding what team he wants to go to. Because if he rushes it, it's just going to be going to go into oblivion. I don't know
I
if
see
you
the
understand what
point
I
you're
mean.
making.
A
I see
player
the
like
point you're
him would
making.
be useful in like a lot of top teams. You know, like any top team that you want to call, like he'll definitely be needed there.
You see the way he played for England, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see the way he became almost irrelevant for them until at a certain time. Do you get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, I'm not saying he's not good
Yeah,
enough for
I
those
see the
teams.
point you're making. I think,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I see, and I agree to some extent where whatever team he goes to, they have to sort of build around him. He has to be considered. He can't be go there and be on the fringes. Otherwise, he'll just
I'll be on the bench,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's the problem though with big teams, right? Like they already have superstars there, so
But
yeah,
but
it's
that's the
tricky.
point of a big team, though. Like you either strive or you die. You know,
No,
in my
no,
opinion.
but I mean, so you see the transfer that's about to happen for this guy Florian
Uh huh.
Wirtz from Leverkusen, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a
So
big
yeah.
player, but
To
he's
Bayern.
Oh, he's
Bayern or
going to
City.
Bayern.
No, it's
He wants
Bayern
to
or
go to
City. I
Bayern.
think
Oh
Bayern or
Yeah.
wow, I didn't even
Bayern
know.
or City. But whichever one of them he goes to, even though he's going as he's the star player at Leverkusen, he
Uh
goes
huh.
there. He's going to be a starter, right?
Not
And
really. They have
yeah,
Musiala there though.
no, no.
Let's be online.
I'm
Let's be
going.
online.
I'm speaking on the premise that I think he's going to end up at City. I could be wrong because KDB is leaving. This is my thinking. I could be wrong,
Yeah.
but he's going to go to a team where he'll be guaranteed a starter, right? My fear for Eze is that if he goes to a team where he's not guaranteed to start and it's still a big team, if he goes to say, I don't know what big team would take him.
So
Um, I don't know. I just
based on your example, someone like
yeah,
a Riyad Mahrez, right? When he got
right.
to City, there were guys that are already there. So if you want to use that same what's the word? For a lack of a better word, mentality, then he should not have gone to City.
Mahrez, no, I think
Mahrez is
Mahrez went to
different
City and he was
as a win as a EPL winner.
as a
That's
I
different
think he
now.
was a
Come on now.
guaranteed starter.
No, no,
Yeah,
no. It
that's
wasn't. I
different.
mean, he had won the EPL, but the next year it wasn't. He was pretty average the next year. Let's be real. And he has
No,
stayed
no,
in
no,
the
no,
Premier
no.
League
It's not
for.
about being average, but I'm saying like
Well,
it was a guaranteed starter.
he had also been. He wasn't a guaranteed starter in City. He had also been in the Premier League for like 2 years, right? So based on that analogy, then Mahrez should not have gone to like, or even Kante. Kante is different because like he was guaranteed to start, but Mahrez was never guaranteed to. Even I think the
He
first
was not
season,
guaranteed to start. Really,
yeah,
I don't know that
there
I
are
buy
other
that.
players that are
So
starting ahead of him now.
so the thing is, Femi, the the discussion is not if you're going to be a guaranteed starter or not.
Yeah,
You saying that's the purpose of big team
yeah,
sink or swim.
yeah.
Circumstances happen. As a player like Eze is not going to any top team guarantee starting because he's not a big name. So that is against him, number one. And number two, circumstances happen where things just happen that it just doesn't work out for you
Yeah.
because you didn't come in as a big name. For Mahrez situation is different because first things first, EPL winner.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, City is a team where Pep is a very crazy guy. He can decide to bench KDB
Mm-hmm.
against United. So we cannot really like use Mahrez in City as the yardstick. Even at that, Grealish, big name, 100 million, he goes there, he
Yeah.
goes to the bench.
Yeah. So,
So,
so exactly your point, which is you
but
said name. You said name, right?
Grealish is not going there as a big name.
But he
No,
did 100
he didn't
million.
go as a big name. No, 100 million. So the price does not translate to the big name.
Uh-uh.
For example, hold on now. For example, you cannot compare a transfer of Kante to a transfer of Grealish. Money is
Man,
more,
I even think a transfer of Grealish was bigger than a transfer of Kante because there were a lot of teams that were sorting after Kante as well, but there were a lot of teams that wanted Grealish as well because he was literally one of the top guys in the Premier League, and
but
then
not
they spent
but
100 million.
it wasn't as big as Kante. Let's relax. The transfer wasn't as big as Kante.
100
Kante
million
is
is
a
not as
better
big as
player.
Kante.
So we cannot use
But
price. We cannot use price.
you can't use price because you know that there's
You can't use
player
price. Come on now, we can't use
player
price.
inflation,
But
right?
Anyway, but we've spent so much time on this essay thing. Let's move on, please. Yes, we should have the main time. No worries, time day. Then Liverpool wins the league comfortably, no stress, no opposition. They just strode
let me
to
ask you
the
this, Shion. What do you feel
temple.
about
Yeah,
them matching Man U?
matching Man U.
Yeah.
Man U still has the most EPL, so I don't understand what you mean
What
by
do you mean they
matching
have
Man
the
U.
most CPL? Like 2020 now.
We know we have most EPL. We have most
I
EPL.
mean,
EPL
same
started
difference.
when
Same difference, man.
there's no
Same
difference. There's no
difference.
difference. There's no difference. There's no difference. There's difference, please.
What's the
There's
difference?
difference.
You guys have 20
But
league titles.
if you want to go there,
Yeah.
records are meant to be broken. At some point, old will become new, new will become old. It's their time.
Okay, that's what I'm
We
asking you. What do you feel
we
about them?
I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything at
Why
all
though?
because why would I feel anything? I did not grow up them being our rivals, so
But
I did
they're
not
literally
feel
your main
anything.
rivals though.
Again, I did not grow up them being our rivals. I'll give an example.
I
Hold
understand
on.
what you're saying. Because Femi. So someone asked me yesterday and today that who would you rather win? And I know we'll talk about this later. Who would you rather win as an Arsenal fan, the Europa League, Spurs or United? And I'll
Mm-hmm.
be honest, my answer was Spurs. like because I grew up Spurs. My hatred for Spurs was, I learned that because of, oh yeah, Arsenal and
City,
Spurs.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But
yeah,
that's not the team that I grew up hating. Uh,
exactly.
yeah.
But
So
again, who is
I was about,
Man U's? I know you say you did not grow up your rivals because that's a Nigerian thing. Like rivalry in Nigeria is different from rivalry in the UK.
right, but you're asking
But
Shio, this is a personal thing, not
I
a
don't
yeah,
United
understand
thing.
though.
Yeah.
And
yeah. But
Obina,
no, but
hold on. Let me say something. Olu is trying to be smart here. You know why?
Yeah.
Because he's going to use the same thing to talk about
no,
City.
no, no, no. See,
Obina, do you
let
know what I'm
me
saying?
address one thing
Do you
quickly
get?
about
Do you get what I'm saying,
Obina.
Obina?
See,
Yeah.
Obina, right? If
Yeah.
Spurs had the opportunity to win the Premier League, would you feel any type of way?
It-
Yes,
I
of
mean,
course.
I would, but
Yeah,
I would prefer them to win over United, and that's just the truth of the
I
matter.
get that point, but like you're still gonna feel some type of way, and that's what I'm
Oh,
asking. Like Liverpool is
But
literally
I'm not
very,
feeling anything now. Do you want to be my feelings, Nini? I don't
okay.
understand.
I don't
Uh-uh.
know, man, but like I feel like
Because
it's
you are,
not.
you are funny. You are very funny because you use the same thing to talk about City against United. You are trying to like dilly. But I was about to say something. It's like saying an 18-year-old now who's an Arsenal fan.
Uh,
You ask them, "Oh, would you prefer United win the league, or will you feel some type of way United wins the league, or say I don't want to use Tottenham because Tottenham is very close. Say at that point in time, United is struggling in the league with Aston Villa. Of course, they grew up watching Arsenal battling. Okay, say Aston Villa is too far. City is even the one that is like quote unquote your rivals now, or your battling guys now.
mhm,
They don't know history about United battling Arsenal,
mhm.
so you don't expect them to now say throw their feelings about City and now go after United.
Again, like I think my point is very valid. If Tottenham, like obviously Man U, Chelsea are the ones that like I'm against, right? But if Tottenham is going to win, I'll feel some type of way. I'll be like, what the heck? I'm
No,
not
oh
going to be
no.
like, yes,
So
Tottenham win it, man. I'm happy for you.
hold on. So for Tottenham, Tottenham would have been Manchester for me. But for you,
Manchester, what do you mean?
Liverpool. Hold on now. Let me explain myself. Let's do mapping, one-to-one mapping.
Oh, okay.
For United, our city rival is City. For us now, your city rival is Tottenham,
Uh-huh.
right? Your eternal rivals from say quote unquote history is United. Our eternal
Oh, I
rival
think
quote
you're getting it
unquote
wrong,
is
man.
Liverpool.
Like you're speaking about Nigeria. Like in Nigeria, yes, it's United, but when you're in the UK, it is literally
Ah,
Tottenham, man.
oh God,
Like it is like
oh
a
God.
hatred. Like I think you're actually getting it wrong. Like in the
Okay,
UK, it is Liverpool and Man U. You
okay.
know,
Olufemi Adenaike, I've not been to the UK before. So what do you want me to do? I've never been to the UK
I mean,
before.
but you
I'm
don't
talking
have
about
to be to the UK to understand like rivalry, man.
you are saying two
Come
different
on,
things. You are
like you
catching your
really don't have
conversation.
to be to the UK to understand rivalry. Like you watch it on TV all the time.
Okay, so
But
what do you want me to say now?
anyways, we can move forward. We can move forward.
I've already answered your question. I don't feel anything.
Yeah, we can move forward.
Liverpool won the league. Then I don't want to talk about okay, yes, Bayern Munich won the league. Harry Kane finally lifted the trophy. We thank God for his life. So this topic, I want us to discuss this topic before we even talk about anything serious. Please, is it okay for Lamine Yamal to be granting interview before and after a game? Before a game, like press conference.
Is it okay? What do you mean by that? I mean,
Are you good there? This is
yeah.
talk now. For his
What do you mean
age,
by?
is it okay for him to go behind the mic?
I mean,
Do you
if
think
he,
do you think Barcelona should protect him more?
but well, they chose him, right? So if
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
that's what
it
I'm
was for
saying.
press
So
conference.
right. So if he's there, it's because the club one is coaching him and supervising him in such a way that they feel he's at a point in his career where he can start to grant him, interviews. I think Hansi Flick and the rest of the team
Okay.
they understand that the boy is going to be there long term and he is a superstar, so he
Mm-hmm.
might as well start uh um getting experience in media.
Learning now.
Right. Now, what I fear though is, as is the case with a lot of youngsters, outside his football life, right? What is he doing? What's but I mean, again, man, it's neither here nor there. I wish him the best, and I think it's good that at
Mm.
least Barcelona exposed him now, so that he starts to get media know-how while his parents are still involved and his parents are still um 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 doing their best to make sure that he stays grounded, right? Because I think that's important too.
I have a question for you. I have a question
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
In as much as I agree what you are saying, did you listen to the interview before before the first game or the second game when he was speaking about his about people talking about him, he's winning, yada yada. Do you think Barcelona has sat him down to educate him about media literacy?
Do I think
From,
Femi, go ahead.
no, no,
Did you
no, you can
did you
speak,
hear the
speak.
interview?
Go ahead.
No, I
Did
no,
you
I
hear the
didn't hear it.
interview?
I mean, I just
No.
saw like snippets for me, like, but I don't see any issue, man. Like, it's life, man. If you can give it, you should be able to take it. That's how I
No,
see
no,
it.
no. Forget about taking it. I'm
Hmm.
talking about giving because my this is my humble opinion. I'm going to put this into like together with him having more than I think 101 games by now. Um, I think he shouldn't be in front of the mic now,
Why not?
and I also think I'm coming. I also think he shouldn't play that much amount of games he's playing right now.
Why not
That's what I
as well?
think.
So,
Um,
so the number of
so
games,
first thing, the
I
first part
agree.
of him not being behind the mic.
I agree. Sorry, sure. I
The number
agree
of games
with.
you agree.
Yeah. I agree
That you
with the
shouldn't
number
have
of
played
games.
this many games.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But if you're good enough, like he's pretty
No,
much.
no, no,
See,
no.
to be
But
honest,
no, no.
in my opinion,
The
he's like he's probably like I don't want to exaggerate it though, and I don't want to swell Barcelona fans' head because I'm not a fan of Barcelona. I like Madrid better. But the reality is like, in my opinion, he's probably the best player out there right now, man. I'm not even joking.
Mm, 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 mm.
no,
He's
no.
So
probably the
Come
best
on,
player out
come
there,
on.
man.
so
No, no, no,
Olu,
no,
so here's the thing. So here's the part of me saying I don't think he should play that amount of games. There's absolutely no reason why a club should be depending on a player that young.
But if you're
Yeah.
good enough, like,
Because no.
No, no, no,
I'm not
no,
saying it's
no.
not
But
good
the
enough.
human body
Understand what I'm
can only
saying?
take
I'm not
so
saying it's not good
much.
enough.
The
You
human
shouldn't get
body
to
can
that
only
point.
take so much.
Yeah,
And
you shouldn't.
so, Femi,
I'm,
Femi, we
I'm,
had
I'm,
this
wait
problem.
now. Hold
Okay,
on. I'm talking
make your
about the
point.
human body.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, Barcelona shouldn't have gotten to that point where they will rest on an 18-year-old turning 19 soon, because what have you been doing with your planning all this while that you have to
no,
rest on
he's
that boy?
17, no, he's
And
not 18.
secondly, 17. This even makes it worse. And again, in those games, it's not like I'll play 10 minutes, like not like 10 minutes, like playing surges. No,
But
all of them,
but
they are all passing the ball
I
to
think the
him.
first 2 seasons he wasn't playing as many games like as he's playing this season, right?
But a 17-year-old
How
playing
old was
100
he?
games is
Like he
too
came in
much.
at like I think end of his 15s or whatever, then 16,
Imagine
you know.
that's rubbish.
But he wasn't playing as many games. He wasn't playing as many. Like this season is like, to be honest, in my opinion, from what I've watched, is like his first real full season, man. The rest were just more
And
like, warming him up to get to that stage. But in my opinion,
and
if
the
you're
thing
good
is,
enough, you're old enough, man.
hold on,
If you're good
hold
enough,
on,
you're
hold on.
old enough. That's my
So
opinion.
I get that part partly, but I don't agree with it fully, because it's not like he's not even playing those games. He's playing those games that all of them are passing the ball to him.
Yeah.
Do you know how bad that is? But open up, see your point.
So I will start off with this. Femi, you probably know this about Arsenal Football Club, right? One of the issues we had
I think you're breaking,
with.
Obina.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming in and out.
Is it clear? Is it better
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Femi, you will
Okay.
Yes.
as an Arsenal fan, you should appreciate this. That one of the issues we had, in the Wenger era was we would have these youngsters, I'll bring up Jack Wilshere, for example, right? They would play long, they would play game after game after game after game. And before you know it, injury now becomes the problem that we now have to deal with, right? It, I was saying the human body can only take so much. If this boy is already performing at this level, playing this many games at 17, 18, by the time he gets to 23, 24, he would have already played games, or the number of games that people who are 28, 29 have played, which is the peak for players, right? And as you saw, he had an injury this season, and Barcelona decided to drop in their output. So one, you're already putting a lot of pressure on this young boy to perform. Two, once the injuries start to pile up, I mean, I guess the only thing is we can only hope that he doesn't get injured as much. But if if the injuries start to catch up with him, it's going to be a huge problem for, well, him and Barcelona, unless they obviously have um um backup plans, which it seems like they do, because this La Masia just keeps producing crazy talent every day. I saw a video of another young boy who's also left footed in La Masia, and they're like, are they making them in the lab? But it's a ridiculous amount of games he has played. He has played a ridiculous amount of games, 101 now, I guess. And it's not like he's just a French player. Eh, Most of the attacks are now going through him. They expect him to beat two, three players. And I get that he's good, right? If you're good, you should be playing. But playing at such a young age for such extended periods, I don't think is healthy for him in the long term. So
Yeah. So Obin has been going to announce, but I'll do a quick summary of what his main point is. So he's saying that at that age, players shouldn't play that amount of games because there's so much the body can take. And he referenced Jack Wilshere in Arsenal and other players who joined Arsenal at a young age and played a lot of games. And eventually, they started getting injured, which affected the trajectory of their progress.
Yeah.
So that's the
So
summary of what he said.
can I just address one thing? Yeah, everything you're saying is very valid, right? But I feel like now more than ever, I know people will say like, yeah, at the end of the day, it's still your body and all that stuff. But like, there's so much, there's better technology nowadays, and they're able to even track their fitness even much better. And to me, that's the reason why you're seeing players getting younger and younger, or starting off their career even younger, like playing at the highest level, even younger and younger and younger. Because I think when the Inter Milan versus Barcelona game was going on, I was looking at like the ages of some of their players. I was like, oh wow, like Kubasi 18, Lamine Yamal 17, the Gavi is 19. So they have young players, but obviously, like you said, everything you're saying is fair. But I also think that, like, man, if you are good enough, man, especially how this guy is playing, bruh.
But so I have two questions for you. I have two questions for you. My first question is: at what age do you cut it off? So if a 12-year-old boy is good enough, do you think he should be playing?
No. There's an age now. You can't even
So
play.
what's
You can't even play at
so
that level at 12.
I think is this not 15
Yeah,
or
like
16? I
16 or
can't remember.
so. Yeah. They have
But
to protect them
again,
as well, obviously. Yeah. You have to protect them as well.
Olu, God will keep all of us. So I'm not swearing for this boy. I want him to be a superstar because
Mhm.
we need superstars in football. But I'm really praying for him because okay. In the same vein, speaking about Barcelona, so before the game against Inter, they were on course to be the first team in maybe Europe. I don't want to say world football in Europe to have their three main teams have treble. So the female team,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
the youth team, and the senior team. So now I think the female team they've won treble, have they?
Yeah, no, the female team hasn't won treble. They played the final against Arsenal, the Champions
Okay,
League final.
so they're on course, and I think the kids won the treble already. So they're waiting for the senior teams to do it, but it's one is out. So, and the league too is looking very
Wait, let me
funny
ask
for
you,
them.
you don't like Barcelona, Abi?
Um,
Just say yes.
So no. My hatred for them goes in and out. My hatred is not like fully.
Yeah.
There's only one team that I hate
Nah, I know
that
now.
I
Nah,
can
now,
say
now.
it. Yes. So every other team, my hatred for them goes in and out, depending on what they are doing that season, depending on how their manager is talking about themselves, or depending on how their fans
But
are talking.
Arsenal is, you don't
I
care.
like as a flick. I like as a flick.
Yeah,
No, I
I
like
actually
as a
like him
flick.
as a manager, man. But I'm not a
So
fan of Barcelona. But Hansi Flick, I like him. Like Lamine Yamal,
mm,
like you can't deny when you see like a
no,
baller, man.
I love the boy. I love the
Like
boy.
you
I
can't
love the
just
boy.
say, oh, you don't like he's a baller, you know.
I love the boy, man. I love him so much. But that's I'm like, they need to protect him, man. They need to protect him. I don't know how they want to do it, but man.
Yeah.
Because they had a game in the league where they benched all the quote unquote
Yeah, and they
starters
lost,
or
I
senior
think.
players. No. They're losing 1-0.
Oh
They
yeah, and
brought
they
the
brought
guy
him
in
in.
at
Yeah, yeah,
32
yeah.
minutes. Like, if the people on the pitch cannot do the job, don't bring the ball in. Bring him in like 88 minutes. Let him
But they need to
rest.
win now. Football is business. Now when people are
I know football
betting.
is business. No, you cannot be using betting as
No,
the
I'm
reason why
saying
you are playing
it's
players.
business at the end of the day. Like, and in
First things first,
business, if something is going south, you have to bring your big dogs.
yes. But the thing is, so here's the thing, right? There is a caution that needs to be taken. But we're moving too deep about that.
Yeah.
We'll have a
The
full
thing about it
discussion.
is that I feel like if he was your player and like you saw that like man, like man, we need this guy, man. You're not gonna say, yeah, we need play
No,
him, man.
trust me.
Play him.
Trust me. Me 100%.
So
I
man, you'll
support
be losing against
betting a player.
Arsenal. You now say, oh, please bring in Yami or Ahmad, even when he was 17, if he's playing at this level, bring him it's something in. Hell no. Bring
Hold
that
on.
guy in real quick, man.
Olu, they were not playing against a serious team.
Even if
So
it's a
don't
small team,
compare
even if it's a small
don't
team.
compare don't compare the game with Arsenal United. Even at that,
Okay,
we've had
let's
to
even say
like
Man U
bench.
Everton. Like you guys are losing like 2-0, right? And like it's what 80 something. You now say, please let's wait until it's something means to bring in Lamine Yamal. No, bring him in
I mean,
fast.
they did that. They did that against Wolves now. Literally this last game. They did that against Wolves. They better players.
Oh, I mean,
And
there's a
towards the
reason they bend your
end.
players now because the focus have shifted, man. It's not because like if it was that you were fighting for something in the league, then trust me, they're not going to bring in your players that late. I didn't watch the
Okay.
game, but like
Okay.
yeah.
So that takes me to not Champions League, but that takes me to a question to you about Arsenal. Do you support the fact that your manager started those players in the league?
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Definitely.
Obina, do you support it? You've not gotten to your destination. You've not dropped your. Have you gotten a passenger now? Because you are doing Uber. Anyway, maybe when he comes back, I'll ask him the
Yeah,
question.
his connection is down.
Yeah, his connection is down. He's probably in a tunnel
Yeah,
or maybe
I
speaking.
absolutely support it, man. Like,
Okay.
I mean, it backfired at the end of the day, but like, man, imagine it would have been worse if bro, it's a lose-lose, win-win
It's
or
not
lose-lose
worse.
situation, man.
It's not worse. It's not worse because you guys. But I don't want to go really. I just wanted a yes or no
Yeah.
answer to that. Okay. So Champions League. Let's start from the most exciting one, Inter Barcelona. Did you watch the games?
Yeah, I didn't start the Arsenal game because I was in like work and all that stuff, but I watched both games.
You watched both games.
Yeah, I watched the Inter Barcelona fully, but Arsenal when I started probably like 20th minute or something like that.
No.
I'm
I'm talking about Barcelona Inter,
Yeah.
the first
Yeah,
leg and
sure,
second leg.
Oh
Sure, what was
yeah,
your
oh
question?
yeah.
So was it an expectation for you in the game? Was it what you expected, or were there any surprises?
To be honest, my biggest issue with Barcelona has always been their defense. Like I've always said, like, man, they attack great. Their attack is probably the best, right? But defensively, man, their tactic has protected their defense for so long, but they concede a lot of goals, man, a lot of goals. Like, and we've seen it across the season that they've conceded goals. But to me, it was just like, are they going to outscore Inter Milan. That was it. You know, like a more defensively set up team, would they be able to outscore them? You know, that was the biggest question for me. You know, and to be honest, to be very honest, man, I think in the first leg, Inter Milan had more clear-cut chances to score. But in the second leg, I would say, like, man, Barcelona deserved that game, man. They deserved it. But unfortunately, it's football, man. Both teams, to be honest, both teams put in their best, man. You know. But you could see like Barcelona's youth was like, what's the word? Was outweighing, like, at some points, like what's their name's experience? Inter Milan's experience. Like, Inter Milan, man, from what I'm seeing, those players, they are hella slow, man. But their experience and grit is crazy. You know, but like they cannot move as quick. They're not as quick. But their experience, it showed. It showed in that game that they're a lot more experienced than Barcelona. But
So I can get you correctly.
yeah,
You said the first leg, Inter deserve to win it, or they created more chances.
I just thought
right?
like Inter had a lot more clear-cut chances, man. Like clear.
So
you know,
so Inter deserve to win the first leg.
I think so. In my
Then
opinion.
second leg,
Barcelona, for sure.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what about the aggregate of both ties? Who deserve to go?
That's what I said,
through?
like, man, both teams put in their best, man. So, like, if it went either way, it's like, man, you guys put in, like, I don't think anybody was mad that Inter went through. Obviously, Barcelona fans, they're mad, of course, you know. It's
Yeah, normal.
You know, or if Barcelona went through, like, anybody would be mad as well, apart from like Inter fans and Madrid fans and so on. You get what I mean? But overall, like, I think, you know, it was an enjoyable experience, enjoyable game and everything. But defensively, you know, very suspect, man. Because why are you conceding 7 goals in 2 games?
So the question I wish you asked me would have been, why was I always against Tottenham, but I'm relaxed about Barcelona? You should have asked me that question
Against
because
Tottenham?
they play. No. Why am I always saying Tottenham play rubbish football? I'm not rubbish, but I'm always at Tottenham's neck.
The highline, right?
Hold on now. So I'm expecting you to tell me that why am I relaxed about Barcelona, but I'm always on Tottenham's neck.
Okay. Why?
So I am not, because I think we discussed about Tottenham at length in this podcast, and I think we spoke about Barcelona's eye line and defense. But I want to relate both of them, the two teams. First things first, that eye line is very similar, and if you notice, a lot of their players who get injured are the defenders for both teams. So they are so much alike. And Barcelona, in as much as they play exciting football, what they do, they can. So the difference between Tottenham and Barcelona is Barcelona can
The
score,
quality
Tottenham
of
cannot
front,
score.
man. And in the midfield.
Yeah, the quality of front is like night and day.
Yeah.
But in as much as I trust me, I enjoyed the ball because I didn't have any us in the race. I was relaxed. But I was just screaming when Yamal dribbles one person, dribbles two people, and he creates a chance, or he hits the bar, or someone doing flick in the box to score, another person running at the defender at extra time, even though the defender just came from the bench, all those kind of, it had everything. It had drama, it had yellow cards, it had people crying, it had everything. But at the end of the day, he was a good poster child for football. If you're a casual football watcher, this is like a perfect game for you to watch. However, as a fan of either teams, I've been running mad.
Yeah, man. Especially
because
Barcelona. Man, you have like 3 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, at
just close it out, man. Close it out.
Why? They just pass the ball.
Yeah.
You can pass the ball around. People know how to pass the ball. And you are good 1-on-1, 1v1. You are good. Why are you trying to attack?
Yeah.
Because there's no reason why a ball over the top and 2 touches, they breach your defense. Ridiculous. At 37 minutes, all of them went forward. So I wrote on my notes that Jose Mourinho will have a mad.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have ran mad. You'll have gone to psychiatric hospital. Right? Yeah, not even football league game
Mm-hmm.
for both teams. Not even Barcelona alone, for both teams, because Inter was known
They were
to
2-0
be
up. Like,
Inter is known, although, so here's the thing. Inter is known to be a good defensive team, but how can a good defensive team concede
3 goals in
back to
second
back?
half, man.
Yes, and they start shaking because they were really shaking. And you are more experienced than Barcelona, who were kids. So let's even say it was useful experience that affected Barcelona. But you are seasoned professionals. Damian has played in Premier League. You've been in Inter for a while. All those people in the midfield, some of them have gone to what's it called? They played for the national teams, the internationals. They're not like kids. So they don't manage. Both teams do not manage the game well. I guess the first leg was a shocking surprise, because I expected Barcelona to win, maybe by
And then they were
2-1, because I
2-0
was
up
like,
again.
yeah, we are 2-0. So
I'm like,
I
yo,
expected Barcelona
what
to
the
win
actual
2-1.
heck,
Yeah,
man?
it
2-0
was
up and then
shocking
they
because
come back. Yep, like,
yeah. So, but one thing I like about Barcelona, and that I like they did in both ties, were okay. First leg, because we didn't discuss this. First leg, after those 2 goals, they were down. Honestly, it was over.
yeah.
But that 16-year-old boy or 17-year-old boy, like that goal he scored,
Yeah.
motivated Barcelona and kind of dampened, because they were like, I'm sure in their minds, or before they started the game in the locker room, they were like, oh, watch out for that boy on the right hand side, though. Watch out for him. So when he scored, they were like, ah, damn it, this boy scored us. So it affected their psyche and their mentality, and Barcelona came back. So I felt that was like, but the second leg, it was both teams. They were just going pound for pound,
Mm-hmm.
punch for punch. I mean, like, what am I watching? At 7 minutes, I was like, our game is
And
over.
you
And I
know,
was already saying,
one of the worst things? The unsung hero, Dumfries, man. 5 goals and
yes,
assists, man.
for both
Like, how?
for both
How is
ties.
the right wing back
Yeah,
having 5 goals and assists?
there's one goal that he assisted. I'm like, what is this guy doing here? Because he was right in the box sitting like a 9.
Yeah.
I'm like, my God, what's this guy doing here? So I mean, but for a manager like like Capello, Mourinho,
Yeah, man. They'll be
they'll have
tearing
lost
their
their
head
shit, man.
around, man.
There's no way. So I have a question for you. So this Inter team versus the Inter that won Champions League. I mean, this is that they've not won the Champions League
Yeah.
yet, so but just compare.
Versus Jose
What do you
Mourinho.
think?
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah,
one
what
was
do you
much
think?
better, man. Much better, stronger,
Yeah,
faster, quicker. You know, like these guys, they are old, man. A lot of them are old. Like, a lot of them are in their 30s, man. You know?
Okay, so but you know, Thuram just came back from injury.
Yeah.
And Martinez just came back from
Yeah.
injury. So maybe you saw them running. And
No. I'm
these
saying,
guys
like,
are
from
running but
midfield to defense. I'm not even looking at the attack. Like, look at Mkhitaryan, old. Like, look at his legs, man. You know, I'm just like, what's going on here? But they are very technical with the ball. That's the thing, and experience. But like, you could see that they could not. Like, there were a lot of times that they will shoot the ball above. The Barcelona players will just sprint past them, man. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man?
I was telling someone that I think Jose Mourinho's Inter will have beaten this Barcelona.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Easily. You know why?
They're stronger,
Because
like, you know,
they are stronger, they're more technical.
faster,
When Snyder gets the
like,
ball, they can beat the offside trap easily.
Yeah, they have a lot of fast players, and like their strikers are better.
Yes, better and smarter.
Yeah.
Okay, so we agree on that. Where's Obina? Have you not dropped your passenger? Come on, it's time. Ta-na-na, ta-na-na,
Yes, it is
ta-ta-ta-ta. Ta-na-na, ta-na-na. It is time, oh. It is time, oh. I need to go and look for the Champions League team song. Hold on, let me go and look for it. Hold on. No, I will find it. In Jesus' name. I should have. Hold on, don't say anything. Don't say anything yet. Hold on, that song. I must play that song. I must play it. Hold on. Do I have internet? Oh my God, I must find it.
What I wanted to say very quickly, one of the reasons why I want you guys to win Europa League final. You know, I hate Man U, everything, but I want you guys to win, right? And the reason I want you guys to win is I want you guys to come to the Champions League and play, you know, and not like be using lower league this thing to be bragging rights. Come and play with the big
Okay.
dogs, you
Oh
know.
yeah, hold on. I found it. I've read you. Thank you for the.
Oh my God. I see that. Ta-da-da, ta-da. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.
Okay.
See, people that have not heard from
Okay.
in years, they are contacting me like, help us now. I'm like, bro, you haven't even hit me up in
Okay. So tell me something now. Tell me something.
about what?
So what happened?
I mean, to be honest, the better team won, man. I'll just be honest, you know. And
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Wow. Wow. Wait. What changed? What changed about you? Do you have a new girlfriend? Do you
no,
have a
no,
child?
I always speak like
Have you found
no. See,
have you found a new
me,
job? Did you
the
buy
thing
a new
about me is like
house?
win, lose, draw, whatever. I'll still back my boys. Long story short, but you know, I'm not also blind. Like I will say the fact as well, like what the truth is, you know. And the truth is like overall, man. For me, I've always tipped PSG to win the Champions League from the jump. Like since what they call it. Even the last time we spoke, man, I was always saying like, yo, this doesn't mean that we're going to win the Champions League, but you know the argument of like Madrid Arsenal, we've gone over that. We don't need to go back into it. But yeah, long story short, the better team won, man. Like congratulations to PSG. They did the job. You know, we tried our best. Not like we not like if we did not put in any effort, I would be like, what the fuck, you know. But they put in their. I didn't watch again. I didn't start the game, so I didn't even see all those chances, and I haven't watched the highlight. But I was hearing like, oh, there was chances, da 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 da, you know. So they tried, but they didn't get the job done, which is the most important thing. You have to get the job done. So yeah, go ahead.
Is that all? Is that all you have for me?
What else do you want me to say? Oh, you want me to go in on
No.
us now? I can say a lot
No,
too.
no, no, no. I don't want you to go in on
Yeah.
Arsenal. I don't want to go in on Arsenal. I don't know. I don't really have the energy for it. I feel like if I had recorded this just after you guys' game, it would have been different. But that one day of me resting and you know marinating in the game just allows me to become nicer. But because
No,
people have been texting me, they're
please
like,
express
people have texted me and say,
express everything that you want to feel. Cause, please, I'm waiting for that day.
wait for us, see, wait for us.
Not even Europa League. Maybe not winning. I want maybe not winning Europa League, to be honest. But the
We'll probably
tides,
not win it. So let me just tell you now. Start banking now. We'll probably not win it because Tottenham has beaten us everywhere this season.
yeah, true
So
that, man.
I'm not banking on it.
True that.
I'm not banking on it.
But
But
you know, football now, tides they shift now. It moves from left to
but
right.
so
Left to,
here's the thing. Yes, here's what I want to say.
yeah.
I don't know why. First things first, I should have given a rule that when we won't talk about Arsenal in Champions League today on this podcast, don't talk about any other team. So let's put that down. So don't talk about United, don't talk about Spurs, and don't talk about City. Let's concentrate on one team.
Is
It's
it
better now. You're backing.
Okay,
But talk about yes, we can hear you. You've dropped your passenger. We thank God.
behave yourself. Behave yourself.
So Obina, I just finished playing the theme song for UCL and Olufemi Adenaike, the first Arsenal fan since
Since
1874
we're
to
created.
see since Arsenal was created to see PSG was a better team. The first time ever anybody would say that on record.
But I would
So
say
maybe
this
I have
though,
this energy.
not
You
in
Party
said
that
power.
PSG
game.
was better? You said PSG
No,
was better?
you see, they were the better team overall, right? But not in that second game. Because I
I
think
don't
like
agree with that. I don't agree with that.
I just knew it. I knew it.
No,
There's
we're
no way.
out.
at the end
There's
of
no
the day, right?
way. There's no
We're
way.
out.
There's
We're
no way.
out.
I just
That's
knew it.
fine.
Ask God.
Yeah.
I just knew it. I knew it. There's no way. Arsenal
No,
fans.
no. The
I
thing
don't start doing
about it is
artists
that like
now.
we have to consider both games. Yeah, Donnarumma was making crazy saves, but
Okay.
what's the name? Raya as well made crazy saves as well. Like both keepers made crazy saves to keep us in the game, man. Let's be real. Like, and I think
No, so
it's very
no, no, no,
debatable.
no.
It's very debatable at the end of the day. But
Exactly. That's
it's
the
very
thing.
debatable,
So
to be
because
honest.
people
But
people like Sheon want to
Obina,
say,
wait. Let
okay,
Olu finish. Let Olu
no, I'm
finish.
saying
Let
it's
Olu
very
finish his thoughts.
debatable. But even me, I'm like, yeah, man. Like these guys deserve to like go to the finals, man. Like, do you feel like Arsenal like fully deserve to like qualify for the Champions League final? I think that's the question.
no. So what I'll say is this: they are a very good team,
Yeah,
and they, they have very good attacking players.
yeah.
But I honestly think that if Arsenal are taking our chances, we should be the
But
team
that's
in
part
the
of the
in the
game. That's just the
No, that's
truth.
that's what I'm saying. So it's not like we were outplayed,
No,
right?
nobody saying we're outplayed though. We're
No, no,
not.
no. People like Sheon,
No, I don't think anybody that like,
you don't
except
know
you are
Sheon, then.
biased, that you will now see that,
Which
you know.
Sheon very much is.
No, we're not outplayed. Like that's just a factual statement. Like we're not outplayed, you know. But again, I still feel PSG deserves to go to the finals, at the end of the day. Because they
Ah,
did what they needed to do
So,
and they did it well.
okay, Olu, let me get this straight. So, Olu says PSG was better on both sides, right? And Obina says no. Is that what I'm hearing?
absolutely.
Okay. Anyway, where do I start from? I need to start from excuses because I've seen a lot of excuses about we should have won the game if we had a striker. No, that's not your
So
problem.
what's the problem?
That's not your problem. I mean, it's a problem, but it's not the problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
asking.
a
What's
problem.
the problem?
It's not the problem. I'm coming. I'll get there. Your problems, aside from not having a striker, your problem has started before decision of not having a striker because I empathize the fact that you don't have people that would get at the end of chances, but we've seen teams who have played without strikers and people the quality of chances that you guys create that your players to take them. There a myriad of chances that you guys had against PSG. Declan Rice alone had like 3 chances that I can remember that he should have taken. The second one, that one is one of those things. It's not a serious one because the ball came in too fast. But aside from that, you have players. We have had teams that have played without strikers and they've scored or they've gone through whatever. The PSG that you played, they don't have a recognized
It's
striker.
not about. So
So
here's the thing. It's not about. It's when people say striker, they don't mean like a Haaland or a Samuel Eto'o. In fact, did they drop? We mean attacking players who can who can decide the game. PSG have Kvaratskhelia, Doué, Bakola, and obviously Dembele, who is in the form of his life, right? So at any
But they
point,
also have
and then
Gonzalo Ramos on the bench in case shit goes
exactly. They
south.
also have exactly. So they have a lot of attacking options, right? We have Saka, Martinelli, and Raheem Sterling. Like, so this is where the injury is coming because this is where the wait now. No. So my point. Well, I have a Sarah point. My point is yes, we've not needed a striker to get us this far. But at the end of the day, we needed more attacking players yesterday, and it was or better attacking players that are taking chances. Liverpool when they had Mane, Salah, and Firmino, none of them you could not say any of them was the striker.
Obina,
Yeah.
hold on.
Okay.
Sorry to cut it short. So for this discussion,
Yeah.
there's a rule that you do not discuss any other thing outside the team being discussed. So don't bring in Liverpool. Sorry.
No. You said that you don't want to hear Arsenal fans talk about not having a striker, right? And I'm trying to tell you that like it has to be in the conversation. I mean, it's there's no other way you can look at that game and say Arsenal, if they with these current players, they have been stretched to the limit, right?
Okay,
And
now
they
I even
they
say
needed
one
help.
thing, man. It's not even about. I think everybody's so focused on that game. I think it's the season, man. You know, and I always tell people, man, to be honest, right? For Arsenal to have even gotten to a Champions League semi-final, to be honest, not by God's grace.
It's impressive. That's what I'm saying. It's impressive.
See, don't get twisted, man. Get it done
It's
at the end of the
impressive.
day. Get it done at the end of the day. That's my rule. I don't care how you want to get it done. Just get it done. But
So,
but
what you are telling me is that PSG's quality out
oh yeah, of course. Now it's not a debate.
was outweighed yours.
They
Yeah,
have better
like
outweighed
players
yours.
than we do.
team
Yeah.
quality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
That's not
I don't even know what to
a
say.
controversial take. That's just a statement. That's a factual
That's a
statement.
fact.
I didn't even know what to say. I didn't even know what to say. Then your manager, I don't know. You see, when I say something about Arsenal, it feels like I'm overdoing it. And I used to think, and God is a wonderful God, dude. I used to think that this delusion is just within Arsenal fans. I don't know, say it's from the head to toe. Why is your manager coming out to say that the better team lost, and even the team that won told him
So
about
it
it? I'm like,
depends on
dude,
it
they are
depends on
trolling
it
you.
depends on how you look at it depends on how you look
They are
at it.
trolling you. They
No,
are
no,
really,
no,
they
no,
actually
no, no,
told
no,
you.
no,
Said you
no,
went to go and ask them.
no,
They
no, no,
told
no.
you.
Sean, it depends on
Hey
how
God.
you analyze it. If you
Okay.
look at it purely from a numbers and chances created standpoint, which is the way
God.
which is the way some people view football, right? For Arteta, he's very pragmatic. It's like the numbers, statistics, chances created, yada yada yada. If you look at it from that perspective, Arsenal was the better team. But if you look at it in terms
God.
of if you look at it in terms of fluidity, overall balance, you can make the case that PSG was the better team. So
I guess
it's obviously very
let's pose the question
subjective.
to you,
It's
Sean.
obviously very subjective.
Sean, to
If
you,
you look
who
at
was
the
the better
There's no
XG,
way.
team and like
if you look
why?
at the XG
A
in both
PSG.
games,
PSG was better team.
oh
Why?
my
Like
days.
That's the
there's
question.
no debate
Like,
for
who
it.
was the better team and why do you think they were the better team?
First things first, the way PSG played, if they play like a mature team, like
Ugh.
the way they played, it's like they had Arsenal where they wanted them. Granted, Arsenal
It's
kind
not
of
true.
left that. Hold on. Granted, Arsenal left that place they put them. They developed a little bit, but outside that, PSG did not break sweat at all. Did not break sweat.
So
The way PSG played. Hold on. If PSG played Liverpool the way they played Arsenal, I can assure you they will have lost that game.
wait, so let me
They
ask you this
played
question. Are
more
you saying PSG
tenacious.
was the better
They made
team
more
like
tenacious.
yesterday?
They were the better team both legs.
No, come
They were
on
the
now,
better
come
team
on.
both
Like, I
legs.
wouldn't say the second leg. First leg, I'll give it to them. Right. Because they came out, started well,
But
all that stuff. But like, you
you asked
can't
me a
say like,
question.
you can't
You asked
categorize.
me a question and let me
Huh?
answer. I said you asked me a question and let me
Yeah.
answer now, Abi.
Yeah.
As I was saying, if PSG had played the way they played against Arsenal,
Against Liverpool.
I agree Liverpool, they will have lost that game.
Hmm.
Because the tenacity, the passing, the crispness, they were just relaxed, like they were unperturbed. How do you miss a penalty in the game and you still score immediately? Like, come on now. Like, it's crazy. It's, honestly, to be honest, though,
What are you talking about?
hold on. Honestly, I think maybe it's the way I saw Arsenal play in Madrid. I was expecting something similar, but I don't know what happened. Maybe his occasion got to Arsenal. Maybe the quality of PSG was too much that they couldn't just
I think for the
keep
first leg, I
the
would say
fire
that,
on.
yeah, what you're saying is correct. But I wouldn't necessarily say what you're saying is correct for the second
I
leg.
disagree with that. Even the first leg, yes, the first 20 minutes, yes, they completely outplayed us. But once
Mhm.
Mikel made tactical adjustments, we were the better. I'm sorry, we were the better. Yes, and then they had a flurry towards the end of the game where Bakula should have scored and Ramos hit the post. But bro, for the rest of the game, man, we were matching them to and were even much better than they were. This was
I
at the
cannot even be,
Emirates.
I cannot believe what I'm hearing, man. I cannot.
Are you?
I cannot believe
Are
what
we
I'm
being
hearing.
serious?
I cannot believe what I'm hearing. Anyway, it's okay. Oh, by the way, Obina,
Yeah.
I think maybe I didn't mention it last week.
Mm.
One of the editors of the Athletic
Mm-hmm.
did not see Messi play. He started seeing Messi play later. So the boy is very young. And guess what? He's one of those boys that is a stats guru. So stats, if I using stats to talk to me about football, Obina, we grew up watching
That's
Inter 90. We
that's
grew up
that's
watching
why I
Inter
said.
90.
That's why I said.
We watch USA 94.
Don't
We
expose.
watch Atlanta
First of all, don't
96.
expose my
We
age.
watch
Don't expose
we
my
watch
age like that.
FIFA. We watch 2010. We watch 2014. I tell him, you are talking talk to me about statistics.
No,
Obina,
Shell. I said it depends on how you watch the game and all.
there's no way. So Obina, are you telling me that Ateta will go and talk to the boss and say, "Oh, look at the stats. We play better than them by the stats."
He would.
Are you kidding me?
He would.
Nah,
I
I
don't
don't think
agree.
it would.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I
The
don't
reason
agree
why I
with
say
it.
it
But
wouldn't, the reason why I say it wouldn't is because at the end of the day, we're out. You get what I mean?
no,
You are out. That's
no,
the most
no,
important
no.
thing. You are
But he
out.
would say we created chances. We just didn't
See,
take them. If you look
to
at
be
the
honest,
expected
I
goals,
feel
he
like they
would.
gave
I
their
mean,
all,
there's
man.
nothing wrong with saying that.
They gave their
No,
all.
Olufemi,
Yeah.
Olufemi Adenaike. I'm not. So, truthfully, honestly, people that know me well, you guys surpassed my expectation in Champions League. I will not lie. I said you guys are not going to leave the group stage. I said it.
Group stage.
Honestly, I said it.
Why?
Yes, because of the teams that you guys are going to play against. You guys played against PSG, Inter, is it
Wow.
Porto,
That's crazy, man.
and yeah. So that honestly, that was the expectation. But you guys went further than way more than I expected, because you guys beat Madrid, and yeah. So I will not sit down here and allow women to talk to me about statistics. Say we play better. Let's be serious now. Oh, can you remember Birmingham? Was it Birmingham in FA Cup? Can you remember that game?
Which game? Which of the games?
Where that we lost to them.
Yeah, you lost to them. That
Obafemi
this guy
Martins.
scored. Obafemi Martins scored. Do you know if stats were being recorded by then? Do you know it will have skewed heavily towards Arsenal?
Yes, of course. Now that game, yeah.
And the quote unquote XG that people like talking about will have been 0.00001. But at the end of the day, they won.
Wait, who's XG? Like Birmingham's XG?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day, they won.
Yeah.
So and this, here's the thing, and this part of the things, and these are the things that I always say about us now. Maybe not both of you, but you have a lot of sore losers in your club. I'm so sorry. You have a lot of sore losers, because let's even say the better team won. Why will you not say that right after the game? That even the people in the other team, they told him that the better team won. What kind of joke is that?
See, to be honest, man, from what I was seeing, right, he was trying to just
The
deflect,
better
man.
team lost.
Right? From what I could sense, because bro, at the end of the day, man, you could sense that he was hurt. At the end of the day, it hurt him, man. Like that's something he's prepared like since day one.
So you guys really wanted to enter Champions League final. God, this life, sha.
Remember you enter next season now, please. That's what I want Bayern to win.
Why not mention that team?
Well, you
That's
mentioned
the
Liverpool when you were doing your own analogy. I just waited for you.
Which one?
Yeah, come on, you don't remember? You mentioned I waited
Because
for you now.
PSG Liverpool. Because I said PSG Liverpool.
I waited, but
I mean, it's related now. This one is not related. How is this one related? They're not related. They're not related. Did you play United in Champions League this season? No. So why are you calling?
Did anybody
play
comes
them?
to join us next season if we are in the Champions League?
It's
Let
okay.
all of us enter the Champions League now.
So,
not that you're playing
anyway,
losers of
you
losers
guys-
trophy and you come the brag.
They
I'm doing
were
well.
not saying they want a play of 2006 to revenge. Oh yeah, get there now. Yeah,
I mean,
go and
both
play.
teams did not qualify
Anyway,
now.
they'll play.
Both teams did not qualify.
They'll play third. What do you call
Third
that?
place.
Third place. If you can play it, we will offer Old Trafford for you to come and play it. Since you cannot play it in your homes, it's so funny. So you wanted to get the final jokers, but banter aside, you guys, you picked, and it's okay. It's fine. There's nothing wrong. You can be proud of yourselves, even though. And my favorite quote about Arsenal: they're a good team, they're a good club, but anytime you expect greatness from them, they come short. That's my favorite quote from Arsenal. For Arsenal, that's my favorite quote for Arsenal. And they prove me wrong every now and then. Obina, I know you just picked another passenger. I said my favorite quote for Arsenal is a very good team, but anytime you expect greatness from them, they come short. That's my... Any other addition?
My only other
Olufemi Adenaike.
is that like, please, you guys should be definitely ready moving forward, man. Because I've been minding me and my Arsenal business this year. I just you know,
Yeah, you're a liar. You're lying too
what
much. You'll be saying truth all podcast today, but you decided to lie.
what did I
You're
do?
minding your business. You're minding your business about you.
I
You mind
haven't saw
United's
United
business.
most times because I already know like the reality now. So I speak the
Okay.
truth and just move on, But I know the reality.
Oh, by the way, you guys spent 800 million because you're always quick to mention financial status of other clubs, and you only have FA Cup. And FA Cup that you won was like 100 years ago. What's happening? What's going
Yeah,
on?
it's bad. It's bad. I'll say that it's bad. But I'll also say this, man. This season was there were a lot of mistakes that were made. Like from the transfer window, both transfer windows, not even just one. There were a lot of mistakes that were made. I know you hate to hear this, but like injuries was an issue, And we came short at the end of the day. That's the reality, man. We came short,
I have a question for you. You guys are going to buy a striker next season. Let's say the striker costs upwards 80 million.
We have to.
What's the expectation?
Eh?
Upwards 80 million. What's the expectation?
Like for next, no. It's not just a striker. I've always said this. It's not just a striker. Like the output we are getting from Saka, we need that on the left side, man. And like Martinelli has to go to the bench, unfortunately, man. Like
okay, so in summary, right? You guys are going to spend upwards of 150 million.
Not even upwards, like at least minimum to even say like, man, all right, we're ready to get to that next level. Like it has to be minimum of 200 million, man. 200.
Okay, so let's say you guys spend 200 million. What's the expectation?
That's the next level, which is to win. Literally. Okay. There's no at that point, there's no even like because at that point it's like, guy, they have literally given you all your tools now, because the reality is that like Arteta's attacking signings, like true attacking signings, or not like, Merino plays 8, but they put him as striker, or Kai Havertz, they got him as an 8 and they put him as striker. Like true attacking signings have literally been Marquinhos, Gabriel Jesus, and Leandro Trossard. And to compete at the highest level, that's not good enough, man. That's not good enough. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if that happens this summer, that means like, guy, they have given you all your tools, man. And if you're not able to deliver, it is like, guy, unfortunately, man, like your time has come. Like, unfortunately, I'll be honest, like this is now giving us like what's that word they call that stuff? Whitewash or whatever they call it. I forgot, a bust or whatever. But if they give him his tools like this summer with the new sporting director that came in and all that stuff, he has to deliver. There's no excuse at that point, man. Like even if they are injured, whatever.
You trust him to take you to the next level?
If they give him his tools, yes. If they give him his tools. If they give him his tools. If they don't, he's not going to be able to deliver, man. Unfortunately.
Okay. So what if he doesn't deliver? What's the next thing?
Like if they give him his tools?
No, if they don't give him the tools.
I mean, at that point, you cannot blame him now. You have to like look at the management and be like, man, you messed up. Like they did in January. Okay, so they messed up in January.
So, there's this saying I always say, and do you think for the past 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, how many, regardless of like the length you want to go back, do you think there's anything in that they've done, your management has done, that you think they will do differently? Do you think they'll do anything differently, or do you trust them to do anything differently, or do you trust them to do anything differently in the next
that's
season?
where
That's
we'll see. The guy they got, he was the Atletico sporting director now, and he was the guy that hired a lot of attacking, like most of the attacking signings in Atletico was down to this guy, man. So to me, that's where I was like, okay, I see their point of view is like, okay, this is the final part of the jigsaw or whatever. Sorry, what was your question again? I forgot. I forgot.
I'm saying, do you trust the management to
based on history? No. Based on history, no.
Exactly.
Based on history, no. Long story short, but again, I'm not going to sit down and start blaming Arteta. If these guys did not give him the tools to like work with, because bro, we're living in a very high level sport, man. There are a lot of teams that are getting better, all that stuff. If you don't get better like we did not do this season in terms of transfer window signings, like teams are going to level up as well. So this season we need to it's not even need. We must we must sign minimum 3 attackers, in my opinion. Anything less than that is an absolute failure in the transfer window, man. There are other gaps to fill in the squad. But if we cannot sign 2 to 3, 3 is, I'm stretching too much, but 2 to 3, like a striker, another left winger that is like going to be that main guy and sorry for using fucking, but bounce Martinelli out of that position because I don't rate that guy,
I love Arsenal fans. Anyway, you are repeating yourself already.
Yeah.
We've read you. I love Arsenal fans. You guys, you prop up a player so much, and once this player doesn't do 1 or 2 things within the same window,
Who did I
you
prop
guys
up
just
now?
drop him
Who
out.
did I prop up?
Not you, but a lot of Arsenal fans propped up Martinelli a lot that year.
If someone does great, you're going to prop him up. Like, are you going to, like, Ahmad is doing good now. Aren't Man U fans propping him up? Come on.
I mean, people have their off seasons now, off color sometimes. Every time they'll be up. People should relax. Anyway, it's okay. You guys might not finish second though, but it's all good.
Yeah, to be honest, I think we'll still make the Champions League. If we don't finish second, third, fourth, it's going to be a disappointment if you don't finish second. But based on Chelsea's fixtures and Nottingham fixtures and Newcastle's fixtures, they play each other, man. So somebody's going to...
So you have hope. You have hope.
Somebody's going to cancel each other out.
Yeah. I mean, I look at the fixtures and the way they are playing.
They'll cancel each other out. Like Chelsea and Newcastle are going to play next. One team is going to cancel the other. Chelsea is going to go to Nottingham.
No. Huh? So no. The point is you finish in Champions League.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like you might not finish.
Yeah,
third.
we might not finish second.
Finish third, sorry.
Because even if Liverpool beats us this weekend, we're still second, right? It is the final 2 games, which is Newcastle at home and Southampton away. We just need 3 more points, to be honest, man, to guarantee
you beat Southampton.
To guarantee like the next round. Because if Aston Villa wins all their 3, man, they can boost us now to 69 points. But again, Nottingham Forest plays Chelsea at the last game of the season, and Nottingham Forest is at home. Last game of the season, they're not going to let Chelsea walk over them. So Chelsea, it's cut out for them, man. Chelsea plays Man U as well. Man U is not that team that always opens it up for Chelsea like that. Man U actually, when they play Chelsea, they actually step up for some weird reason.
Yeah, it's always
for some weird reason that I don't even know, man.
We've not beaten each other since.
I have no idea why Chelsea crazily struggles with Man U like a lot in recent times. I have no idea.
Anyway, thank you for pulling up. Obina is going to drop his Uber ride. So at the beginning of the episode, I was saying a lot of development, good things personally, bad things personally. So I didn't want to dampen the mood, but today I don't have a full information. I mean, I have part of the information, but I don't want to share the full, the full story. But we lost one of our own, Mamus. He is the Inter fan that comes on our podcast that lives in Portugal. We lost him in the morning of the recording of this episode. Well, it's a sad day. Kind of really dampened my happiness, after all the personal news I got for myself, positive, and Arsenal being kicked out of Champions League. But God knows best. He's a very cool guy. He used to live in Ukraine. He went to school in Ukraine for his medical school and started working as a medical doctor in Ukraine. Then when the Ukrainian war started with Russia, he escaped and went to Germany. He went to, I think, Germany or Poland first. Then he found his way to Portugal and kind of established himself in Portugal. He became, quote unquote, the permanent resident of Portugal recently. And I think in June or July, he was about to get married to his fiancée. So it's really, really, really bad news for me. And I wish his family and friends. I wish them God's grace, and I pray God give all of us the fortitude to bear the loss. It's really a huge one. He's a very solid guy, I must say. We talk outside, even outside the podcast. But yeah, it's just a reminder for all of us to, live your life, enjoy what you are doing, enjoy whatever thing you like doing, do it, because you never know. It might be anybody's time. Maybe by next episode, I would get more information on what happened. I kind of have part of the information on what happened, but I don't think I have the authorization to discuss that on a public platform like this. So, but yeah, Mamus is gone. Inter fan. He won't be there to celebrate his team getting to the final and possibly winning it. I wish Inter win it for him now that it's gone. But it's a painful one. But yeah, thank you everyone. But yeah, Olufemi, any parting words?
May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I don't know if you ever spoke with him on the podcast.
No, I never did.
You never
No.
did? Oh, yeah. So the plan was for me to have at some point have everybody at the same time, But the schedule, I've been trying to work on the schedule for everyone, but we never. I'm still gonna do it at some point this season and get everybody in at the same day to have a full house podcast. But yeah, that's -1. He's a very good supporter of the podcast. He gives me the feedback. He also supports, gives advice. Yeah. With that said, man, I don't even know if I want to do this again. My plan for this summer was to gather everybody that can travel to me. So let us just have a physical gathering, because I've had people from different states to talk about football. But yeah, Obina is out, and at this point we have come to the end of the great podcast. I know people have been texting me to give me feedback. Please keep giving me feedback. I really appreciate it. If you have feedback, if you have questions that you want me to ask the Arsenal fans, because they are the most vociferous ones on this podcast, please let me know. And also, share, listen with your family members, and do some sports. As I said earlier, whatever thing you are doing, whatever thing you are you enjoy doing, please do it, because this life is short. And bye bye. We speak next episode.
Bye.